Hola, buenos días, buenas tardes. Hello to everyone who's watching my bilingual seal presentation. My name is M Bolivar, and we are doing this presentation through recordings due to COVID-19 situations and stuff, I guess. Thank you guys very much for being here, for watching this video, for supporting me, for literally everything, for giving me confidence to do my best and to graduate high school. Due to these situations and these circumstances right now, I'm a little upset that I couldn't present in person, but here we go. It's whatever. We could just do it. So, my name is Marisol Bolivar, and this is my sale presentation. I'd like to start off with remembering some things from high school, some very great accomplishments and scary accomplishments. So let's just get started with that. I remember my senior year, I went to Italy. It was one of the greatest trips that I have ever taken in my life. I went in the year of 2019 during October. It was very interesting to see a different type of culture and experience a new life, like a different perspective of life. And that's just one of the most amazing things that I got to do in my life during high school. Another thing is I got to present and perform at Bellas Artes, which is a folklorico dance show here in New Mexico. And it's a very organized and very beautiful show. I recommend if you ever get the chance, you should watch it. A lot of the dances originated in Mexico, mostly all of them, and places like Jalisco, Chihuahua, just literally everywhere. And they're very beautiful dances depending on the music, you know, the choreography, whatever it is. It's a very beautiful show, and I got the chance to present and perform, and it was beautiful. Very nerve-wracking, but it was great. Another nerve-wracking thing about my senior year was being able to join a club that was Model United Nations, and it was a very interesting experience because I remember being in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and being in the roundhouse and speaking in front of multiple people and a wide selection of ages. So it was a lot of high schoolers, and it was really interesting talking about political problems, global problems, just literally the United Nations, just kind of tinier and modeled. And lastly, my family of 6. Very lovely people, very lovely. I'd like to thank them the most because they really gave me confidence. They really put challenges in my mind that wouldn't have been there if it wasn't for them. And I really wouldn't have made it this far if it wasn't for them. So these are some memories of high school. And let's go get it. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and get started with my influential teacher recognition. So my influential teacher was Miss Jurado, Michelle Jurado. I really appreciate her because she was one of the teachers who was really there for me when I didn't expect somebody to be there for me. She really put a lot of challenging questions into my mindset, and it just exploded from there. So I just love to give a very special thanks to la señora Jurado por apoyándome, siempre diciéndome las cosas buenas que hacer y las decisiones mejores que otros. Miss Jurado. we love you very much. And we appreciate everything and all of the little details that every other teacher has also done for me. And on to the next page, which is my reflection on my completed coursework. So these ones in the blue are my English courses. This was my freshman year, sophomore year, junior, and senior. And the ones in pink are my Spanish classes that I have accomplished, finished, and moved on from. Very lovely teachers, very inspirational teachers, honestly. I wouldn't have done so much if it wasn't for all of these people who challenged me, really made me think about the things that I couldn't accomplish in life. So, mi crecimiento académico en español ha crecido mucho desde empezando la primavera, desde empezando y regresando a hablar español, porque yo me recuerdo siempre cuando yo andaba chiquita, yo nada más hablaba español y empecé la escuela y ya no regresé a hablar español. Se me cambió mucho la mente para detener la idioma de español y pues sí era muy diferente para cambiar de español a inglés, para atrás a español, y ya se me está regresando mucho y yo sí he trabajado mucho con muchas personas, muchas ayudantes para continuar a hacer y terminar mi sello bilingüe. Wait. Miss Cano, this lovely lady right here, along with Miss Jurado. I owe my life to Miss Cano or something, because she fought for me to get the recommendations for my sello bilingüe, to literally inspire me and help me and pull me through, because I remember freshman year, I walked into the counselors, and let's keep in mind that I am a special ed student, a special education student, and I asked for a schedule change for the recommendations for the sello bilingüe, and the counselor tells me that I can't do it because I don't have the qualifications for it. I didn't, is what they would tell me. They said that I couldn't do it because there wasn't going to be somebody else there to help me. They literally told me that, and I felt so disrespected and completely shattered. Not gonna lie, I felt really, really shattered. I remember walking out of that counselor's office crying, being hurt, and I was mad. So I talked to Gano and I told her everything, and we walked into the counselors, well, at least I walked into the counselors, and I asked for a schedule change, and I asked them to give me those recommendations, knowing that they doubted me and knowing that they didn't want me to, but I didn't, and I didn't care because I wanted this bilingual seal so bad. I didn't care. Sorry, counselors, but I'm gonna get this sale, whether you guys like it or not. I'm gonna keep trying, even if I don't get it. So, uno de mis primeros trabajos de mi crecimiento en español es un ensayo practicando cómo hablar y cómo defender tu argumento. So, este trabajo era en mi junior year, creo, y se trata sobre 5 razones para permitir a los estudiantes a utilizar teléfonos móviles en clase. So, muchos de esos trabajos Sí me ayudaron y me apoyaron para comprender, comprender cómo utilizar y ayudarme sola para hacer un argumento muy bueno, muy bravo, para agarrar la atención de la gente. Y en práctica de ensayo, hablaba sobre por qué y por qué no deberemos de dejar a los estudiantes a usar sus teléfonos en clase. Y unos sí no querían que, bueno, no querían que los estudiantes usaranlos porque pensaban que iban a hacer trampa o que no iban a comprender el trabajo o comprender o nada más iban a hacer trampa. Muchos sí se quedaron con esa decisión que no debemos de dejar a los estudiantes a usar los teléfonos porque van a hacer trampa o van a hacer pasar notas cuando no deben o lo que sea. Y otros sí, porque la tecnología ahora en nuestros días va a avanzar mucho y lo utilizamos mucho en los trabajos de los días. Y si no es en la escuela, si es en un trabajo, es diferente para utilizar una computadora y utilizar una máquina en el trabajo. So, tenemos que comprender que esos tipos de tecnología sí lo necesitamos porque nos va a ayudar y nos va a avanzar cuando ya tenemos esas oportunidades. So, eso era mi primer assignment, mi primer parte de mi sello. Mi segundo es reflexión en la clase de mexicano. Yo tenía la clase de mexicano en el año, creo, junior year, pero era en el segundo parte del año, del semestre. Y yo me recuerdo trabajando con mexicano, era muy diferente de otras personas, de otras maestras y maestros, porque siempre había una pregunta nueva para decidir en qué. Muchos trabajos que hicimos eran unas bellezas de estética y muchos ensayos practicando también. Y para esta belleza y estética hicimos un proyecto de un tipo de plástico que ya estaba usado, un tipo de papel que ya estaba usado. Todo debería de ser recycled, reciclado. Debía de ser reciclado. Y para mí me tocó hacer a mí me tocó hacer el país de Egipto y era un proyecto muy interesante para hacer porque yo hice unas pyramids de papel y los imprimí, los corté y era todo con papel reciclado o plástico reciclado también. Y era un tipo de conexión con la naturaleza, la belleza y la estética de ese país, de Egipto, porque no hay mucho de digo? No hay mucho que la gente mira de un país. Nada más miran los, los lugares básicos, pero no miran la foto completamente. So, una cosa de este proyecto era la belleza y estética y cómo comprender la diferencia de mi país y de otro país. Does that make sense? Bueno. Y la última para mi academia, la última assignment que yo quisiera utilizar era unas anotaciones de la clase de Miss Jurado. Y estas anotaciones eran de AP y eran de Nuestras Américas por José Martí. Este proyecto era de este año, mi senior year. Y muchos de estos quotes, mucho de la lectura, sí relata a ahora, sí siempre tiene conexiones desde años pasados, desde 100 años pasados y hasta ahora. So, tienen muchas conexiones políticamente, socialmente, por las clases, por cómo la gente se trataba con uno a otro. Y me sorprendió mucho porque mucho de eso todavía ocurre ahora, todavía pasa ahora en día y no ha cambiado mucho. Y es lo que me sorprendió mucho porque no cambió de tanto. Y muchos de los argumentos que tenía José Martí en este texto eran muy bravos y eran muy fuertes para decir ahora, y todavía es loco porque todavía pasa ahora. ¿Por qué? Me puse a preguntarme a la maestra por qué pasan estas cosas ahora, y simplemente me dijo que no te van a dejar cambiar la vida así pronto políticamente, y tienes que pasar por muchos pasos y por muchas decisiones con otra gente que no le gusta la misma decisión. Y era muy interesante el texto de Nuestras Américas de José Martí, y esos eran mis anotaciones que hice cuando estaba ahí. No sé por qué siempre pasan estas cosas y siempre ocurren otra vez. Y ya pasaron unos 100 años que se ocurren otra vez. Bueno, esto es mi crecimiento académico en inglés. So, this is Miss Olivas and this is Miss Moran. These were some really cool teachers that I had. Miss Olivas, I had her multiple times. She was an ESL teacher, and I would always stay in ESL because my tests were never raised. And that's also something that really inspired me to continue to work, is to always reach to a higher level, to always reach to my completed destination, to where I feel satisfied. Because if it wasn't for teachers like Miss Moran and Miss Olivas and Miss Jurado and Miss Cano, who inspired me to do so, I probably wouldn't be in school, or I probably would be failing worse in school. Wait 1 second, my phone is dying. Okay, so, sorry about this, guys. Some really cool things that Miss Moran taught me were to never give up on myself and never let anybody throw me down and bully me because of how much I doubted myself during doing work and doing simply anything in high school. So one of my assignments for this class, for Miss Bolivar's class, this was this year, 2020, and I wrote a poem over the Canterbury Tales, the Pardoner's Tale, and I decided to write a poem about greedy. And people are really greedy in this tale. And so the story starts with 3 brothers who are really drunk, and they decide to find death, like as if death was a person. And it was very ironic and very greedy. And at the end of the story, the 3 brothers ended up finding death, but not in the way they expected. They ended up killing each other for gold, which they never received. And it was very ironic, not gonna lie, it was super ironic. But this is one of my very favorite assignments that I've done throughout my 4 years of high school, because I did this one this year and it was really strong. I really enjoyed how it came out and how smooth the tale was. So also the poem was very interesting to like see how I finished writing it. So this is one of my favorites for now, because I'm still gonna do more. And my second assignment in this academic growth in English is a persuasive speech essay that I had to present in front of my entire first period class. And we had individual reading books for about a semester, and we all had to have a persuasive speech at the end of our book as a final, like a midterm grade. And I got the chance to read an informational text about marijuana. Well, I remember starting off the informational speech and persuasive speech just like with my peers, just like laughing and just like, oh wow, she's really just gonna talk about weed. Okay, that's cool. And at the end of my presentation, it was very different. The students' perspective and reaction were very different, because I talked about a lot of important things that we could use nowadays, like biodegradable hemp products, pretty much using cannabis as a very smart way to advance in our lives. So medically and recreationally and politically and financially, cannabis is very great. And I did my best to persuade these children about my text, about my story that I wrote, and there was a lot of iffiness when I was presenting this, because the students didn't expect it. They didn't think that the school would allow someone to speak in front of a whole class about cannabis, quote unquote marijuana. So I did my best to inspire them, kind of, not to use it, but to pretty much just like support the movement of it, because it's better than pills. It's better than multiple things that we use right now, and the production of it and the prices of it and the taxation of it is beyond beautiful, if you ask me, just because it could really boost our economy if we used it in taxes, and if we just did our best medically to continue to produce such a beautiful plant that's very natural, very amazing just to utilize. And it's very beautiful to think that there's a plant out there that isn't made in a pharmacy, and that isn't crushed and mixed and possibly kill you like pills or like horrible anything else that other people use medically. And it's very great for the medical field, if you ask me. And my last English academic growth assignment is an entrepreneur essay that I got to use in my economic teacher, Miss Moran's class. I did this my senior year during 2019, and my entrepreneur that I decided to write about was Josh Kieselman. He is the creator of Raw, as in the raw rolling papers. Yes, as in the smoking papers. I promise you I'm not just a pothead, but he was very inspirational because a lot of his products are biodegradable. Then again, I had to present this part to my entire class, my entire economic class, and I got the same reactions. I got them laughing and giggling at the first part, which is just really doubtful. And then at the end, they were like, wow, okay, this is great because this is such good information. And so I'm just going to tell you what I told them. The man, Josh Kieselman, is a creator of good products. He wouldn't create a product just to sell it. He would create it for a long-lasting, a durable, and a good product, like something so that you could have around for a long time, not just a short time. And so I decided to use the founder of Raw for my economic essay and my entrepreneur essay for my economic project, so that it could kind of connect to this first one. A lot of people doubt the industry of cannabis, the industry of recreational products, really. And a lot of the taxation is really great for the economy, and also could help us just simply boost an economy. But this essay, I kind of didn't like the way I made it, because the formatting isn't the best formatting, and I left it as it was just because it wasn't one of my best projects, but it was also one of my favorite projects because I got to use it in this presentation, and I guess nobody could give me ish for it unless you guys want to give me ish for it, but it's okay. And so I really just recommend for these people to get along, quote unquote get along, and just think about it, really think about it, because it could really boost our economy, really pull us forward if we decided to do whatever it was. So my personal accomplishments and community involvements. I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and a lot of the really cool things that I get to do is, for starters, I have a group at a church, San Jose Parish, and there are a lot of lovely students, a lot of lovely confirmantes. Muchos de estos estudiantes vienen de familias que son abusivos, que son muy estrictos y siempre llegan y tienen un actitud más mejor cuando ya se van. Y pues sí, y también yo trabajo con dos otros líderes en la parroquia de San José, y son muy bonitos, muy apoyados, y siempre tienen algo que tienen que hacer. So, siempre están haciendo su trabajo, están haciendo escuela, están ayudando en la casa, siempre se están cuidando. Another personal accomplishment is, along with this first one, I would go on church retreats in the summer to Colorado, and Colorado was so beautiful in the summer. I would stay overnight for like 3 days during these church retreats, and we would just do a lot of activities, like a lot of trust activities, group activities, simply so that we could get closer with each other if we're going to be working with younger students. So it was really interesting to start off with going to Colorado in the middle of the woods and to do a church retreat. It was a beautiful experience for me personally, because not gonna lie, I cried and I opened up about a lot of things that I wouldn't have opened up to some strangers usually. And so that really inspired me to continue working in school, to continue working at my job, and to help other people who really needed the help more than I did, because you never know when someone's at their lowest point and simply just a joke or simply just whatever you do could help them get through the day, get through the week, even just the night. And so these two are one pretty much together, but it's my favorite because it's so beautiful. Like, these people are so great. Once again, I got to go to Italy in October in 2019, and it was very interesting. New culture, new people, different perspective of life. Okay. Another thing is the folclorico. I loved dancing in folclorico, and I loved the culture. It made me connect to my culture. Like, it really me apoyó mucho para aprender que yo soy mexicana, que yo tengo esta familia mexicana y no me puedo sacar de ella. So me tengo que acostumbrar con la vida que tengo. Dios nunca me va a dar otra vida, y le tengo que dar gracias por todo que me dio y por todo que me está dando. Y simplemente estos son mis primas, y yo me iba a graduar con ellas en un mes, on May 11th, I believe. And it's not gonna happen. And this is why I'm appreciating all of the things that I have now and that I had before, because it really hurts, but it's okay, because this is what I have and this is what I'm gonna have. And so once again, with Model United Nations, I spoke to a lot of people. It was very interesting and very confidence boosting for me, because there was multiple people everywhere and I just didn't know what direction to look at, but I did my best to present. So last but not least, track and field. I was a pole vaulter, which is a very extreme sport, and I did this during my junior year and my sophomore year. and I didn't get to finish my season or start my season senior year, which is a little upsetting, but it's okay because we're here. Okay, so how will my biliteracy impact the future? These are my questions, my personal, really, what are you gonna do with your life reflection and questions, just like the reflections on my cultural competency. So this video is getting a little long, but it's okay. My reflection on my cultural competency, my question was, how will my biliteracy impact the way I interact with my community in the future? So I decided to choose this question because I'm very planning to like the future and like ahead of what I'm gonna do, and I have like a clear vision to my future. And so what I'd like to do is run a dispensary. I'd like to be in the cannabis industry and be successful at it, be successful at what I do, whatever it is that I do in my life. And I'm going to be proud of myself whether or not it goes good or if it goes bad, but hopefully it really does go good. My biliteracy impacted me already, and it's very inspiring, and it's very challenging to what I'm gonna do, porque ya ayudando simplemente a la gente que no puede hablar inglés aquí en los Estados Unidos. Si no pueden hablar inglés, yo les traduzco lo que necesitan a entender, y yo trato hacer todo que puedo para ayudarles y a dejarlos sentir cómodo. Mucho de eso siempre me ha afectado a mí, porque yo crecí con mi abuelita ayudándole a limpiar casas y ayudándole con conocer la gente blanca. Ay, gato. La ayudé mucho con entender cómo es la vida aquí en los Estados Unidos cuando yo estaba muy, muy joven. Oh my God. Y yo le quiero dar gracias mucho a mi abuelita, porque cuando yo estaba chiquita yo le enseñaba español. Bueno, ella me enseñaba a mí español y yo le enseñaba a ella inglés. Y siempre cambió por ahí. Y yo quisiera ayudarles a otra gente y ayudarles a los que quieren hablar español. Los quiero ayudar y apoyar con eso. Y los que quieren hablar inglés, les quiero apoyar y ayudar en todo lo que puedo. Porque sí, simplemente se siente muy cómodo para hablar con alguien que te entiende. And my other question was, ¿cómo se complementan el español y la inglés en tu vida personal? This whole video explained everything. Like, how could I like really abbreviate anything? Sorry. They complement each other in the best ways and in the worst ways, because you never know how well things could get and how bad things could get. So, en mi vida personalmente, yo crecí con familia que llegó desde Chihuahua, desde México, y siempre me apoyaron. Y yo estaba aquí en los Estados Unidos, yo nací aquí en los Estados Unidos, y yo quisiera ayudar a los que ayudar y apoyar a mi familia de antepasado y mi familia que yo ya no puedo conocer. Porque, honestly, like, I just wanted to thank everyone for helping me, for really getting my head into the game personally, because without a lot of people, I wouldn't be where I am right now. I wouldn't be who I am right now. My family immigrated from Mexico to the United States, and that is such a crazy hustle just to pull through to another, through a border, through all of these borders that we have gated, that's gating us in. And I just really wanted to appreciate every single little thing that everybody has done for me since the beginning of my existence, just because you never know. And I really want to give back to that. I really want to give back to my family, my ancestors, everyone, even simply just you. Like, literally, whoever you are, thank you for watching this. And I really hope that your day gets better, and that whatever happens, that it gets better. And that's just something that I'd really like to talk about. ¿Cómo complementan el español y el inglés en tu vida personal? Tú lo complementas. Literally, whoever you are, you're a challenge to me. And I don't know how I couldn't face you right now. But under every circumstance, I just want to thank you for whatever you've done. And really appreciate everything. This is my bilingual seal. Muchas gracias por detener yo por unos 40 minutos, 42 minutos. Hey, it's okay. You could go live your life now. So, thank you so much for watching this video and supporting me, regardless of whoever you are. Thank you. And this was my bilingual seal presentation. So, thank you. Deuces. Bye.